This budget is more focusing on the supply side of the economy. So last year it was all about demand push, and now it is more about medium to long term growth push. If you look at all the policies that have been announced, be it the focus on MSMEs, on infrastructure, the strategic sectors and manufacturing, all these are kind of aiming at getting the growth above 7% in the medium to long term. So overall, I feel now it's the time for the government to bring in right reforms, right executions to ensure that many of these announcements actually take place and that will help in unleashing the potential that India has. Yeah, so fiscal deficit, the government has managed to keep its deficit to 4.4% of GDP this year, which is commendable because the government had promised to bring the deficit from 9.2% to under 4.5 in the next 5 years, and the government has done that. But if you look at the next fiscal deficit, it is just 4.3% of GDP, which clearly says that the government may not have much of a room to bring it down to a lot next year, given that the revenues are expected to remain very modest. In fact, the YOY growth of revenues is expected to contract. So, but at the same time, the government is also focusing on being very prudent about its spending in the capex. If you look at capex spending, it has gone up almost by 11.5%. Technically, this fiscal year, the capex spending, the revised estimate is much lower than what was targeted this year. But at a 12.2 lakh crore rupees, I think the capex spending is much more diversified. It is kind of focusing on urbanization, tier 2, tier 3 cities, focusing on freights and improving the corridors, in port infrastructure. All these will ensure that the logistics cost and competitiveness of India is improved. And this is something which India needs right now, because India, at the end of the day, is now going to compete with many of its peers, given the number of FTAs it is signing. And logistics is one of the critical bottlenecks that India faces when it comes to improving costs.